Okay, the first point that we are going to cover is what do you mean by reflection of light? Now, this is a reflecting surface like a mirror. Okay, and if a ray of light is approaching the mirror, what will happen? This ray of light on hitting the mirror will go back in the same medium. So this is the medium that I'm talking about. It will suffer reflection over here and it will go back in the same medium. So the return of light into the same medium after striking a surface is called as reflection of light. Okay, so in a mirror, you know what is a mirror like? So this is made up of glass, and this side of the glass is silver. So when a ray of light hits the glass, actually it suffers like refraction. Then it goes and comes out like this. But we are just going to draw this. So this is called as reflection of light. Okay. Now there are two types of reflection. One is called as regular reflection, and the second one is called as irregular reflection. So what is the difference between the two? Incident ray, which are parallel to each other, are incident on a plane mirror, and they are incident on a rough surface. So the rays which are incident on a plane mirror after reflection goes again parallel. So these are reflected rays. Okay. But if you see that the one on the rough surface, they are not going parallel to each other. So the reason why, like this part over here, which is a regular reflection, they are reflected on a smoother surface, something which is very polished, like glass, mirror. So they are reflected off that. And here they are reflected off a rough surface, like a wall. Okay, is an example of a rough surface. Now, what is happening is at any surface, wherever you are finding the incident ray, okay, if you draw a perpendicular over there, so this is called as angle of incidence. Okay, remember one thing. So this is a ray which is coming. This is called as the incident ray. This is a surface. So this point where it hits, it is called as the point of incidence. At that point, we draw a perpendicular to the surface. We draw perpendicular to the surface. This is called as a normal. Okay, and the angle that the incident ray makes with the normal is called as angle of incidence. Now, if you were to draw a normal over here, so every ray is making the same angle of incidence. But over here, if you see the surface is like this, so the normal will be like this. So this is the angle of incidence. Over here, the normal will be this way. So this is the angle of incidence. So on a rough surface, the angle of incidence for each ray is not same. It's different. And of course, we know the law of reflection. So the law of reflection says that the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. And the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So here also, in every case, I is equal to R. And so over here also, I is equal to R. Okay, but of course, over here, the value of I is different. So that's why you can have one ray going like this. So this is 1, 1, this is 2, 2, and this is 3 and 3. Okay, so this is called as an irregular reflection or a diffuse reflection. In a regular reflection, these are all parallel rays, 1, 2, and 3, and they are hitting the same surface. So therefore, each one, like I1, I2, I3 will be equal. Yeah. Now in geometry, when you talk about a plane, you talk about a flat surface. So that is called as a plane. Okay. Now there is a property that two lines will always lie on one plane. Like you take any two lines, you can take a flat surface where both the lines will lie. Three lines may or may not lie on a flat surface. So if the three lines do lie on a flat surface, that's what we are talking about in a single plane. For a given pair, like for example, for this, and the normal associated with them will be in the same plane. The law of reflection is obeyed at every surface. So suppose this is 5 degree, law of reflection is obeyed even if it is a plane mirror, spherical mirror, whether it is a rough surface, it will be obeyed every time.